So in the last episode, number 84.1 of 2 Minute Tuesday, we gave you a short history lesson on the last 15 years of the property market here in and around the Hundon Valley. We talked about new builds, off plans and resales and how they fared through the financial crisis, through Brexit and of course through COVID-19. So rather than looking backwards, we're going to take a look forwards this time and predict the property market in the Hundon Valley and surrounding areas in the not too distant future. So welcome to this week's episode, number 84.2 of 2 Minute Tuesday with Hundon Valley Homes, where we attempt to predict the future. Now this is perhaps the most difficult episode of 2 Minute Tuesday for me to make because normally we have an office discussion, we sound out ideas and we do lots of research about everything prior to committing it to video. However, looking forwards, especially in these most uncertain times, is incredibly difficult. There is no crystal ball, there is very little concrete research to do or refer to. This is an ongoing situation. Some of the data we look at is positive, some less so. These are unprecedented times. So when I speak to colleagues for advice and information, I'm generally being met with a shrug of the shoulders. So what follows really is a brief summary based on my 14 years of unbroken selling history here in the Hundon Valley. After all, we survived the 2008 financial crisis, we've survived the ongoing mess of Brexit and the chaos of COVID, so how difficult can predicting the future be? Now, normally we record these episodes of 2 Minute Tuesday ahead of schedule. However, we've recorded this episode as close to publication as possible in order to keep it as up to date as possible. And really, I never conceived when we started these information videos for our buying and selling clients that we'd be filming this sort of video. But, you know, here we go, times make it what they are. So we're going to film two videos. The one that you're watching now is going to be for vendors. And then next Tuesday, we're going to put a video out for property buyers. So we're going to have TMT episode 84, parts 1, 2 and 3. Okay, so let's crack on with it. So section 2 is for the vendors. Now, firstly, don't believe all of the doom and gloom that is being portrayed in the media. This is the same scaremongering media that made the very most out of Brexit. It milked COVID for everything that it can, and it's soon going to be concentrating on the looming financial crisis. However, it may not be as bad as they portray. After all, we need to remember that bad news sells. So let's start then with the effect of the ongoing COVID-19 crisis in the Valley. Now, we're very, very fortunate to live in an area that I'd like to call an aspirational area. We have clients literally from all over the world who are looking to move to the Hundon Valley and the surrounding areas. And throughout the crisis, we've been one of the very few agencies to actually continue marketing at full strength and paying for our properties to be advertised on the online portals. And it's paid dividends. During the crisis, we've sold properties to clients from the UK, clients from Belgium, clients from the Canary Islands and Dutch clients who've viewed remotely and then gone on to purchase the property without still seeing it. In fact, if you're looking for confidence, I should say that my wife and myself put an offer on a property a couple of weeks ago that was accepted. Last week we put our property on the market and it was listed for sale and we sold it within a week. So there are still plenty of people out here, and we did all of that during lockdown without access to foreign clients. There is also very strong demand from clients, not only who live in Spain, but also from Northern Europe, who have spent lockdown in small houses, small apartments, and they don't want to go through that experience again of not having outside space. I know that I found lockdown an awful experience, but it was a lot more bearable, sat in a garden by a swimming pool with lots of space. And, you know, I've got good friends who live in apartments and trust me, they didn't enjoy it. So there is demand from clients looking to get out of the cities with all the complications that come with cities at this time. They're looking for space, they're looking for clean air, and they're looking for beautiful areas like the Hundon Valley. Remember, the Hundon Valley itself felt very little impact from COVID-19 other than the movement restrictions that were placed on all of us. The supermarkets were well stocked, everything functions as it should, the town halls did a great job. So trust me when I say that potential buyers at the moment are looking for this kind of security in unsettled times. And there's a real prospect that this could come back and visit us in the future. So clients are looking now to find something in the countryside like the Hundon Valley, Penoso, La Romana, Fortuna, because it's deemed as being a better area to live than maybe in the city centres at this time. Now, the next question is the effect of the crisis on the future of property values, and this is obviously important. Now, without doubt, the crisis will not boost property prices, that's for sure. And you should be aware that there could be a fewer potential buyers for a period, and they may be trying to drive a hard bargain, or at least they feel that they can. However, we have a saving grace as currently in this area, demand clearly outstrips supply, and this is at the moment helping to maintain property values. I think there is such a high percentage of our clients that come from Northern Europe, and the property prices there will be affected, and that will have a knock-on effect as to the buying power of people when they come here. But we will be reactionary compared to the prices actually dropping here. So other than the Hondon Valley, what are the effects going to be on the general Spanish property market? Now, personally, I think there's going to be more disruption in the general property market. People in Spain tend to live in cities, and city living in Spain tends to be in apartments. There will be a lot of people who are trying to sell to move to larger countryside properties, and of course there are going to be many clients who are unable to continue with their mortgages, etc. So I feel that unfortunately where a lot of the pain will be in reference to prices that are falling in the city centres. So when you do see headlines about Spanish property prices crashing, remember the property market is divided into sectors and areas, and an apartment on the outskirts of Madrid and a private villa with a pool in the Hondon countryside will be affected very, very differently. Now, how will agents change following COVID-19? Now, personally, I feel that agencies must change quite a lot as a result of the pandemic. Now, initially, it's going to be the limitations that are going to be placed on us regarding movements that we've had, and maybe safety equipment that must be worn during viewings, or whether clients are allowed in cars with us. I always ask clients to sit in the back of the car when we're doing viewings, as it helps us build up a rapport. We can chat about our experiences moving to Spain ourselves and point out things when driving from appointment to appointment. But perhaps things are now changing and technology can play a part. As I mentioned, that during the lockdown itself, we've sold using virtual viewings to clients from UK, Belgium, Holland, even residents of La Palma in the Canaries. And this could be a way of conducting viewings in the future. It may help us narrow down the actual viewings so that rather than looking at a lot, we can weed out a few and find you the villa that ticks all the boxes. Now, many years ago, we were the first people here to use videos, and again, we're doing it again with virtual viewings. However, as a vendor, you need to realise and acknowledge that there could be a potential drop in footfall. Now, however, you'll be receiving fewer possible viewings, but they should be better clients and more targeted towards your property. On the administration side as well, we're going to try and do as much as we possibly can online. We fully appreciate, though, that both buyers and sellers need to meet people like lawyers, notaries, bank managers in the flesh. However, an awful lot of this work can be done online, and we will try and do that where possible. It's been a bit of a ramble this week. I do appreciate that, and it's gone on a little bit, but it's quite an important topic. As I said maybe at the start of the video, there's no right or wrong answer to any of the things. The only certainty is that the sun will shine and that the valley will be beautiful. If it does take a little bit longer to sell your property, well, there are a few more beautiful places in the world to sit and wait. Next week, we're going to be talking to purchasers about the prospect of purchasing post-COVID, but it's still going to be interesting to you if you're a vendor. So we're going to see you for episode 84, part 2 next week, and it's going to be on the same but slightly different topic. So we look forward to seeing you then. That'll be the final part of the 3 parts, and that'll be on our website, our YouTube channel, and our Facebook page from 9 o'clock next Tuesday. So until then, hasta luego.